Dermatologists are not real doctors. Radiologists are not real doctors. Psychiatrists are not real doctors. Forensics are not real doctors. Anatomists, physiologists, and biochemists are not real doctors. Then who is a real doctor? The question actually isn't who is a real doctor, but who are these people who decide who is a real doctor? Who are these people who decide about this hierarchy in life and that certain professions and fields are considered more respectable than others? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Agni, and for the longest time of these past few years, I've been pretending that I am a real doctor. I'll tell you one thing. You really need to give up on your ego and pride to take up dermatology. When I was an undergraduate student like all of you, I was a decent student. I was not the best, but I was decent. I actually even failed my third year term OBGY exam. So when the time came to prepare for my NEET entrance exam, I, like everyone else, would dream within my realistic means. Or as in Hindi we say, auqat. For example, tomorrow I can't magically dream that I'll become the president of this country or the greatest cricketer of all times when I've never played a single day in my life. So all of us actually end up dreaming within our realistic means. And that is why never in my wildest of wildest dreams did I ever imagine that I would end up getting a two-figure rank. I was All India rank 97. When I was interning and I was working in the emergency, in the ICU, in the labor ward, I realized one thing. I'm not meant for this. I like having my regulated working hours. I like having some level of structure in life. 8 hours of beauty sleep at night is non-negotiable for me. I like having the ability and the freedom to pursue my passions and hobbies in life. And which is why when the time came, I picked up dermatology. I remember being questioned by so many of not just my professors and batchmates, but even senior family members. Why dermatology? What are you doing with your life? You know, you're such a talented boy, you have so much potential, do something more intensive. Do cardiology, do neurosurgery, go out and save lives. You know, dermatologists, radiologists, they're not even doctors, they're just glorified technicians. These are the words, right? You are wasting your potential, go out and save lives. Ladies and gentlemen, someone who has a lot of money is rich, but someone who has a lot of time is wealthy. Now, obviously, the wealthy person also has money because time without money is just lukha. Okay? But anyway, so I swallowed my ego, I swallowed my pride, and I settled for a life of good sleep, good rest, good working hours, amazing work-life balance, and maybe this is why we are not regarded as true doctors in the medical fraternity. I'll tell you one thing. Your worst enemy will be someone else from the same profession. For example, a politician's worst enemy is not a journalist. It is another politician from the opposition party. Because they will dig up so much dirt from God knows when and they'll create a huge issue out of it. The public frankly doesn't care, but they'll create a scene out of it. That's why your enemy in life, your worst enemy, will be another doctor. Likh ke le lo. And that's just human nature, that's just human tendency. When we are coming from a place of perceived insecurity, and we see somebody else have something else in life which we couldn't get, it is our defense mechanism, it is our coping mechanism to come to terms with our existence, our reality, our self-worth, our pride, to pull the other person down if we can't have it. अगर हमें चीज़ नहीं मिली, इसका मतलब चीज़ अच्छी नहीं है. That is classic human defense coping mechanism. A couple of months back, there was this big fat Indian wedding in this small town called Jamnagar. I'm sure all of you would have seen videos of it on the internet. It was all over the place, right? Heads of state had come, the who's who had come, heads of the biggest corporations in the world had come. It was a very fancy affair, a very luxurious affair, right? Everyone who was there was having a nice gala time. It was amazing. But there was also a lot of criticism that this wedding received, and a lot of negativity. What a waste of money. If you have so much money, why don't you spend it on charity? Look at Tata, he spends so much money on charity. I'll tell you one thing. The amount of money that all of us, the percentage of our savings that we dedicate to weddings, he spent much lesser than that. For him, it was probably peanuts. It was loose money, right? And look at the good side. The wedding happened in our country. The money was spent in our country. He provided employment and economic opportunity to so many people, to so many villagers, decorators, craftsmen, caterers. It's a full industry. But that is besides the point. It is his money. He'll do whatever he wants to do with it. Why does anyone get to pass negative criticism for someone else's happiness, someone else's wedding, when he has not done anything to hurt you? Because the people who are passing that negativity and those criticism, they will never be able to reach that level in life. To come to that level of wealth in life, to come to peace with our generation's worth of hard work, our entire lifetime's worth of blood, sweat and tears, our reality, our self-worth, our ego. We want to preserve that. And that's why we sometimes bring the other person down. Today, a dwarf cannot say that, no, I don't want to fight a giant, I forgive him. Arey, for that, you have to become a giant first, right? The world is an unequal place. There will and there will always be inequality. And because of that, critics will be there everywhere. Criticism will be there everywhere. Only they can hurt you who you let hurt yourself. And for that, you need to develop thick skin. And coming from a dermatologist, that's a pun very well intended. So when I finally entered residency, it was a very different ballgame. Of course, it was not as hectic as the surgery, medicine, pediatrics, OBGY, but dermatology was pretty intense. In our first year of residency, we lost 15 patients, right? And they had life-threatening autoimmune conditions. They had Stevens-Johnson syndrome, toxic epidermal necrolysis, pemphigus vulgaris, erythrodermic psoriasis. People with skin failure, their bodies were literally fighting their own skin. They had no skin. And we tried and tested every possible drug known. We've given cyclosporin, rituximab, secukinumab, ixekizumab, tofacitinib, baricitinib. We've given everything, right? We still lost them because of sepsis, because of multi-organ failure. We tried our level best. But I realized one thing, dermatology is way more than pimples and just skin infections. But you know what we felt good about? Our immediate seniors, because they used to give us a lot of toxicity, they had lost 30 patients in their first year. So we didn't feel so bad. If any of you, or all of you, only look forward to the weekends, or you find excuses to bunk work, or pile your work onto others, or if you're always looking at your watch to know when your shift will end, so that now you can do fun things in life and pursue your hobbies, then my friend, you're either in the wrong office or the wrong profession. And ask a lot of the resident doctors of this hospital what they feel about their work and their life, and they'll tell you. And I can vouch for this because I've done my residency from this hospital itself. And that's a problem with most of us doctors. At the tender age of 16, when we're not even considered mature enough to give consent or to vote, we make a life-altering decision that, hey, I want to become a doctor. Why? Because it is my dream. Really? Is it your dream or your parents' dream? And if it is your dream, is there a possibility that 5 years down the line that your dream might change? Have you always loved and enjoyed doing the same things that you loved doing 5 years back, 10 years back? Now tell me this, you can raise your hands if you agree with this. How many of us have fallen for this con? Slog hard and study hard and swallow your discomfort for your 10th, uske baad ash hi ash. How many of us have fallen for this? I can't see properly because of the spotlight, but it's okay, but you get the sentiment, right? Slog hard and swallow your discomfort for your 10th, uske baad ash hi ash. Slog hard and swallow your discomfort for your 12th, uske baad ash hi ash. Slog hard and swallow your discomfort for your 5.5 years of MBBS, uske baad ash hi ash. Slog hard and swallow your discomfort for your 1 year of entrance exam, uske baad ash hi ash. Slog hard and swallow your discomfort for your 3 years of MD or MS, by which time you've already lived more than a quarter of your life, uske baad ash hi ash. Slog hard and swallow your discomfort for your DM or MCH, uske baad ash hi ash. Slog hard and swallow your discomfort, get married, have babies, uske baad ash hi ash. But where is this ash hi ash? Where is this ash he ash? How will we know we have found this ash he ash? What does this ash he ash look like? And that nobody will ever tell you. Because very high chance that they haven't found it themselves. In my very, very limited experience at life, very limited experience, I feel if you do what you love every day, then your present will be ash he ash. For me, a successful person is one who wakes up happy and excited to go about their day, who has sufficient funds, sufficient financial help to offer them basic food, safety, and security. Basic. Who is surrounded by loving friends and family who will always be there in good times and bad, no matter what, no questions asked. But most importantly, who goes to bed at night content, knowing that even if they were to die tomorrow and today was their last day, the life that they've lived till now is a life very well lived. In the words of Gaur Gopal Das, who do I point it at? In the words of Gaur Gopal Das, and he is an Indian monk. I don't know I'm sure a lot of you must be knowing about him, and I really love his work. I really love the way he talks. In the words of Gaur Gopal Das, if you really want to know how rich you are, find out all the things in life that you have that money cannot buy. Boys and girls, my reason today for telling you all of this, my life story and all of this, was never to discourage anyone from becoming a doctor. No, absolutely not. I love the practice and the art of medicine. I love being a doctor. If I could go back in life and change some life-altering decisions, I would always continue to still be a doctor. Saving and changing lives gives me a thrill, it gives me a rush. My reason today for telling you all of this was twofold. Number one, never settle for anything in life. Life is too short. Find out what you love and practice your passions and hobbies every single day. If you do that, you will never have to work a single day in your life. Aspire to be wealthy, not rich. Because if you continue sticking in this career, or whatever career of your choice, just for money, then there are far simpler ways to make money. If any of you would have invested 1,000 rupees in Bitcoin in 2010, that would have been worth 76 crores right now. So there are far simpler ways to make money. So point number one, what I wanted to tell you is never settle for anything. Aspire to be wealthy. And the second reason why I wanted to tell you my story is that there are more than one ways of changing and saving lives as doctors. Each and every specialty is equal and at the same level, and that is because each and every organ is equal and at the same level. Your anus is as important as your brain and heart. If you don't believe me, don't go to the washroom for one day and you'll soon find out. Thank you everybody for your kind attention. This has been an absolute honor.